Good happy Friday evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Network Investigates, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. As you all know, the popular Netflix series Tiger King, Murder, Mayhem, and Madness. A zoo owner spirals out of control aimed a cast of eccentric characters in this true murder for hire story from the unworld of big cat breeding. Let's take a look at the trailer right now.
It's not every day that a zookeeper went to prison for murder for hire.
There are more captive tigers in the U.S. than there are in the wild throughout the world.
Animal people are nuts, man. They're all crazy. I'm sure y'all got a story to tell.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Joe Exotic, and this is Sarge.
He was like a mythical character living out in the middle of Oklahoma who owned 1,200 tigers and lions and bears.
Come here, love me. Matt spoken, good looking, love to party and have fun. I don't think we're just blowing up today.
I don't think you are.
They have a heart and a soul and a mind. I've learned from them. But Carol Baskin keeps saying, I can't have these tigers.
If he ever had an enemy in his life, it was Carol Baskin.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, it's Carol at Big Cat Rescue.
Carol is the Mother Teresa of cats.
We will end the private possession of these cats.
This is my way of living, and nobody's going to tell me any otherwise.
Carol has an army of people working for free.
She's a plain out hypocrite. She literally does everything that I do.
So Joe says, will you go to Florida and what?
Get up, lady.
What a story! And it got way bigger.
Sometimes they say that I'm the prototype for Scarface.
We're supposed to be sexy, and we're luring people in. You may now kiss the grooms.
You're gonna have to kill me to shut me up. This is my first album, I Saw Tiger. There's 28 songs and 16 music videos.
I saw Tiger, now I understand. I saw Tiger saw man.
Now you saw the trailer of Tiger King. You can watch that series on Netflix. About Joe Exotic. Joe Exotic, born March 5th, 1963, age 57, Grand City, Kansas. The former owner and operator of the Greater Waynewood Exotic Animal Park, a.k.a. G.W. Zoo in Waynewood, Oklahoma. Before working with animals, he was a police officer, briefly serving as the chief of police in Eastville, Texas. He twice unsuccessfully ran for public office, first for President of the United States in 2016 as an independent, and then for governor of Oklahoma in 2018 as a libertarian. In 2017, before officially entering the race for governor, he filed as a candidate seeking the libertarian nomination for president. In 2019, he was convicted on 17 federal charges of animal abuse, 8 violations of the Lacey Act, and 9 of the Endangered Species Act, and 2 counts of murder for hire for a plot to kill Big Cat Rescue CO Carol Baskin. He is serving a 22-year sentence in federal prison. His career: worked at various jobs before opening a pet store with his brother in Garland in Arlington, Texas in 1986. In 1987, after closing the first pet store and opening a new one nearby, he came into conflict with Arlington officials over repeated code violations for decorations and signs. After that, his brother's death in a car accident in 1997, he sold the pet store and purchased a 16-acre, 6.5 land in Oklahoma farm with his parents 2 years after his brother's death. The farm opened as Gerald Wayne Exotic Animal Memorial Park as a dedication for his brother. Two of Gerald's pets were the zoo's first exhibit. In February 1999, animal welfare investigators discovered a large number of negligent emus in Red Oak, Texas, and asked him to volunteer to capture the animals and take them to his animal park. However, he and local volunteers and Red Oak police were quickly overwhelmed by the task of corralling the large and fast-running birds, several of which died. He and another man resorted to killing emus with shotguns and were accused of animal cruelty by police. However, since the emus were considered livestock, they could lawfully be killed humanly in Texas, and a grand jury declined to indict him. Most serving birds ultimately wound up in Texas ranches. In 2000, he acquired his first tigers, 2 abandoned tigers, to feed his growing zoo of big cats. He took in horses that were donated to him. He would shoot the horses and feed them whole to tigers, lions, and other big cats. For over 20 years, he was known as Joe Exotic, the owner and operator of the Greater Waynewood Exotic Animal Park, aka GW Zoo, known for its big cats. He operated an online reality television show that he streamed from his zoo. Over the years, he operated side shows around the country where he allowed people to pet tiger cubs. He also staged shows at fairs and in shopping malls. In 2006, the GW Zoo was cited multiple times by the USDA for violations of Animal Welfare Act standards. In 2011, Carol Baskin, founder of Big Cat Rescue in Florida, organized protests against his use of cubs in his shows. To retaliate, Joe Passage used the Big Cat Rescue name and various identity aspects of the sanctuary's branding in his own marketing. Baskin sued Joe for trademark infringement and eventually was ruled to be entitled to a $1 million in settlement compensation for him, although she was never able to collect most of it. Arrest and conviction. Joe was indicated for attempting to hire someone to murder Big Cat Rescue CEO Carol Baskin. He had tried to hire an undercover FBI agent who was posing as a hitman. On September 7, 2018, he was arrested in Gulf Breeze, Florida, and held at the Santa Rosa County Jail until September 19th, when he was transferred to federal detention. He was later transferred to Grand County Jail in Chickasee, Oklahoma. On April 2nd, 2019, Joe was convicted on 2 counts of murder for hire, 8 violations of Lacey Act, and 9 violations of Endangered Species Act. On January 22nd, 2020, he was sentenced to 22 years in federal prison. As of March 2020, he is incarcerated at FMC Fort Worth. That same month, Joe began seeking a presidential pardon from President Donald Trump. And when we come back, we're going to learn about Carol Baskin. Welcome back to this edition of the Riley King Network Investigates. Now we're going to learn about Carol Baskin. Carol Baskin, born June 6, 1961, age 58, Baxter County, Texas, U.S. is an American big cat activist and CEO of Big Cat Rescue, a non-profit animal sanctuary based near Tampa, Florida. Baskin drew public attention when she featured in the 2020 Netflix documentary series Tiger King about Oklahoma-based private zoo operator Joe Exotic. The Netflix series follows both Baskin and Joe Exotic, filming their ongoing and escalating feuds over exotic animals in private zoos. Following the series release, Baskin has been targeted by internet memes related to the disappearance of Don Lewis, her second husband. Her career. As Carol Lewis, she and her husband Don founded Wildlife on Easy Street, an animal sanctuary near Tampa for big cats, in 1992. She is the current chief executive officer of the sanctuary, which she renamed to Big Cat Rescue sometime after Lewis's disappearance in 1997. She has used social media such as Facebook and YouTube and the Cat Chat podcast to promote activism against private zoos. New York Times and The Hollywood Reporter have described her as an animal rights activist. In March 2020, Big Cat Rescue temporarily closed to the public due to the coronavirus pandemic in Florida. Her personal life. Baskin has a long-running feud with the former owner of Greater Waynewood Exotic Animal Park in Waynewood, Oklahoma, who goes by the nickname Joe Exotic. Joe Exotic claimed that Baskin was involved in the disappearance of Lewis. Exotic engaged in a pattern of harassment against Baskin, including trademarking infringement. In 2013, a court ordered him to pay Baskin $1 million in damage, leading to his bankruptcy. In 2020, he was convicted of attempting to hire a hitman to kill her. And when we come back, we're going to take a look at that zoo that Joe Exotic owned. That's what we're going to do when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Now let's take a look at that website of that zoo. the greater Waynewood Animal Park. Let's take a look. Here is a look at that zoo for all of you right here. This is the website. Park opens at 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. Open all 365 days a year. Come for the experience. General admission, royalty tour, endangered tour, tiger cub playtime, zoo to you, big cat institute, school field trip, Tiger King merchandise. Stay for adventure. Meet the CEO, animal rescue, and hybrid facts. Park hours, again, from 9 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Sunday. Tour hours are from 11:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. every day. And the phone number and address right here. So you can actually go and visit this park. And that does it for this edition of The Riley King Investigates. Thank you for watching this evening edition of The Riley King Investigates. Have a great evening, everyone. See you back here next Friday for another edition of The Riley King Investigates. Good night and bye, everyone.